Welcome to the Weekly, brought to you by Building, Design, and Construction. This is your spot each Thursday to keep up with the latest trends and innovations that we're seeing in our marketplace. So we've gotten past Labor Day. Hopefully everyone had an incredible weekend. And next weekend, football, both college and pro. I'm a big Eagles fan, so I have to show you the greatest play in Super Bowl history. Thought I would share that. So let's get into our first segment. Curtis Fentress of Fentress Architects just won a big award for their design of the Denver International Airport. And when we first saw it, we loved the design. It was so different, but it's performed so well over time. What was the secret? Flexibility.
We designed it originally to be very flexible. And I think that that's a key ingredient, a very important aspect in terms of designing buildings for airports. Because we, over the last 25 years, have seen a great number of changes. We saw 9/11 and what changed with all the security lines at that time, and continual changes as different security measures were implemented, and then the huge lines that we've seen at airports all around the world because of those security measures that are being taken. And we've seen in that area very slow, but progress has been made with technology to speed up that process and get people through faster through TSA and the security checkpoints. The building was, again, designed to be sustainable in a sense of being flexible and easy to change, so that within just a few minutes they were able to move trees because they were all in pots with rollers. We had 15, 20-foot ficus trees all over the building, and they were moved so that the security could reconfigure very quickly. So it was very fortunate for Denver, whereas many airports had much more complex situations like LA, where they had very small mezzanines at the top of an escalator.
In our middle segment today, we talk with Melissa Collier. Melissa discusses public-private partnerships and how she's using them to move some university projects forward.
And the reason that they'll do that, for example, our company, is because of the creativity it brings to the table. So there may be a capital issue, there may be a risk discomfort, there might be a resource, lack of resources is probably the best way. I don't have enough people to staff it. All the things that public parties, public universities are struggling with, and frankly, a lot of our higher education is struggling with. And so once we hear what the project is, then we have the ability to start to pull in our project partners. So for example, at Rockford, not only do we have a construction arm, but we have design, we have a property management company, we have a development company, we have equity sources, we are familiar with the incentives that are available, and we're able to really put those together. We can either do them internally, depending on the magnitude of it, or externally.
We finish up today's segment talking to a trio of experts around a very interesting subject: downtown retail. Retail is under so much pressure, and what should be our approach? They have the 4 R's: restart, reset, retool, refit. What does that mean?
What we have to remember is, and the profession's kind of done it to itself, is that we've done 2 things. One is we've taken millennials and we've frozen them in time. So we've looked at millennials as all millennials are 25 years old. The youngest cohort of millennials, the youngest part of the millennial cohort is now 25, 26 years old, and most of them are in their 30s. And the other thing that we've forgotten is that almost half, about 44, 45% of the millennials are actually minority. And of the millennials that live in cities, almost 60% of them are actually minority. But we haven't factored them into the population or the economic mix or the vibrancy mix and first floor mix, if you will, of a lot of these buildings. And I think what we're going to have to do going forward is make sure that we address the market that's there and not just the market that we would like to have.
So those are our 3 segments for today. We appreciate you joining us. As always, if you miss any of our episodes, they're always streaming on demand on Horizon TV and YouTube. We will see you again next Thursday. And also, if there's anything you'd like to see, please let us know, and we'll try to get it on the air. So thank you for joining us. Here's my other football team. That's James Conner. That's Pitt. They play this weekend too. So looking forward to a great kickoff for football. Everyone, please be safe, and looking forward to seeing you next Thursday. Thanks for joining us.